The pandemic was undoubtedly a decisive stage in the lives of all the people who inhabit this planet. It led us to remain locked behind the walls of our house, to get away from our loved ones, to see our schoolmates from work, family, teachers, and friends through a screen, deprive us of physical contact, of sharing our time with someone without wearing a mask in the mouth, of hugging and kissing our loved ones, and above all, it led us to face the loneliness.
The pandemic combines a series of situations that put the mental health of the population at risk. Long-term quarantines, impossible by the authorities. Fear of infection, frustration, boredom, lack of supplies, inadequate, abundant and alarmist information, finances losses, perception of social threat and stigma associated with the disease.
That is why the COVID Stress Project is, in the words of its founders, a collaborative psychology project under extreme circumstances, initiated, promoted, and led by Dr. Andreas Liberelt and a group of scientists from the University of Aarhus, Denmark. This cross-cultural project seeks to collect data on the experiences, behaviors, and attitudes of people around the world during the COVID-19 pandemic. Through the digital survey that the subjects respond anonymously, the project seeks to know the factors that generate psychological stress, document the levels of compliance with the standards established to prevent the spread of coronavirus, and measure trust in government institutions and their measures preventive.
In Mexico, the results shows that women show more stress than men. And it's observed that it is young people between 20 and 29 years old who report higher levels of perceived stress. The relationship between age and stress is inversely proportional. But not everything was bad. We learned to use technology to our advantage. To take classes and work from our homes, we learned the importance of healthcare, and we remember how to value the little moments we share as a family.
For example, healthcare technology was revolutionary, although the use of robots for productive educational, health, or social purposes was experiencing an expansionary phase before the pandemic. The arrival of COVID-19 strengthened its assessment in terms of contribution they can make to protect humans exposed to coronavirus or interact with infected people without unnecessarily exposing health professionals.
RumiBot, created by the Mexican company Rumi Eat Service, it identifies suspect cause of coronavirus infection in hospitals, taking body temperature and detecting breathing difficulties. It is a convert prototype. Since before the pandemic, it operates in bags and campaigns as a customer service device, payment for service and product guidance.
Hola, soy RumiBot. Estoy auxiliando en la contingencia por COVID-19. ¿Puedo medir tu temperatura?
Platforms that used to be animated are working in several production companies or government conference came to revolutionary education in Mexico by providing the opportunity to continue taking classes even from a distance and providing of approach to physical contact.
Life will always bring adversity, obstacles, and difficulties into our lives. but it is up to us to cope with turn and seek creative solutions to the problems. Therefore, we should not see confinement as a bad thing, but as an opportunity to learn and innovate our society as we have done so far and will continue to do in the future, together still at the distance.